Hello boys and girls, children of all ages, and welcome to the German Grand Prix here from the Hockenheim Ring GP circuit. But it was me saying that. It's been a while, hasn't it? Nearly a month since I have commentated. I've just been so busy that I've not been able to commentate. Much to the point where we've actually skipped a race. I might still record the race so you saw what happened, but you know. You've already watched it, so I don't really need to. I haven't watched it yet, so it won't spoil anything for me. But, you know. Anyway, we're here at the German Grand Prix. Guten Tag or Guten Morgen, wherever you are watching this. It is currently a dry qualifying session, which is a shock because you'll see the weather later. It's meant to be about 50% chance of rain. But, you know, we weren't well on that too much. Most of the drivers might be slightly disappointed, but can't really do anything about it. Can't really do anything about the weather gods. So, Jaguar 1-2 at the moment, Renault 2nd, Arrows 3rd, Renault 4th. But we have Burti not doing well. Webber's on pole, bloody hell. Frentzen goes up into 5th place, beating his teammate. I don't even know the championship standings. It's been a while. I'm so out of whack with all this. Yeah, I'm still my hyper self, so that could only be a good thing. I've got 20 minutes left in this qualifying section before we go over to the race. It's a 26 lap race here. And it looks like Webber is going to be on pole. We've got Diniz 2nd, De La Rosa 3rd, Burti 4th, Fisichella... No, Frenzen's up to 4th. Burti 5th, Fisichella 6th, Mazzacani 7th, Schumacher 8th, Raikkonen 9th, Lazy 10th, Schumacher 11th, Montoya 12th, Alonso 13th. As we'll scroll down to the rest of the field. Eventually. There we are. Coulthard 14th, Hakkinen 15th, Hill 16th, Young 17th, Takagi 18th, Button 19th, and Barrichello is still last. 4 seconds off the pace. He is still the laughing point, and it's dry. It is a dry race. Here, as you can see, 60% chance of rain, and it has not rained. People have still got their umbrellas on the ready. We might see rain at the podium ceremony, but we're not going to see rain during the race. That was a Scottish flag for Coulthard. Interesting. So, the cars light up the grid. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? No! Webber gets off to a fantastic start, but Diniz gets better second clutch. De La Rosa and Frentzen going side by side on first corner. Diniz holds the lead. De La Rosa closes the door quickly. De La Rosa is going down the inside of Webber. They touch slightly. They don't lose any wheels or anything though. And looks like they've all got away cleanly. De La Rosa goes slightly wide. Frentzen goes even wider, but he should don't know where Burti's going to get hold of 4th place. Burti 4th, Frentzen 5th. With Fisichella in 6th, Mazzacani 7th, Raikkonen 8th, Schumacher down 1 to 9th, Lazy 10th, Montoya 11th, Alonso 12th, Hill 13th, Schumacher 14th, Takagi 15th, Coulthard 16th, Barrichello up into 17th, Hakkinen 18th, Young 19th, and Button is last. As we go down to the hairpin for the first time, we're going to see plenty of action here. It looks like the Frentzen is already going side by side with Burti. He outbrakes the BAR, it looks like, and he is up into 4th place. Webber is up into Marcus Schumacher. Oh, Ralph, that's an absolute carnage here at the hairpin. It looks like 3 cars. Ralph Schumacher out. That's going to scupper his World Championship chances. What has happened here? Oh, it's Montoya. Has just clouted into the back of Ralph Schumacher, and that looked like a Renault going over the top. So that was all Montoya there. All Montoya just outbraking himself. And, oh, yellow. Yeah, Alazi's just nearly went over. He looks to be alright. On board with Michael Schumacher, so both Schumachers out. Schumacher absolutely dive bombed, and there we are. That's what happened. And Takagi had nowhere to go. Takagi still has nowhere to go. So 3 drivers out. And I don't like putting a blame on anyone, but that is all Montoya's fault. Luckily, it looks like Montoya lost his front wing in that. As we've got more carnage. Hill 12th. The McLaren has just gone past both of the Toyotas. Montoya holding even his teammate up. And the top 8 have just pulled away. They're 7 seconds ahead of them. Fisichella 6th. Burti 5th, losing ground. The Jaguars are fighting. The Jaguars are fighting. Burti 5th. Frenson's in 4th. 3rd place, De La Rosa. 2nd place, Diniz. But leading at the moment is Mark Webber. But how much longer? The Jaguars are looking feisty. Damon Hill. Damon Hill out of the race. Where is that? Where was he? We shall find out. Here we go. It's going to... Oh, actually, no. It's just lost it on his own. And he's gone over as well. Jordan is upside down. He's lost off everything. And he is out of the European Grand Prix. It's the European Grand Prix, not the German Grand Prix. Oh dear. Did I say German Grand Prix or did I say Germany? I think I just said Germany. I think I'm safe. Oh no. What, we've done 2 laps. I'm so out of sync with all this. So out of sync. Round the final corner goes Mark Webber. Up through the gears. The classification after 2 laps. I've already missed the top 6. That went so quickly. But what is the gap between 8th and 9th? That is the important question. The Jaguar is still going side by side. It is 6.9 seconds. And Alonso is a further 4 seconds behind. Hakkinen a further 5 seconds behind. Already 16 drivers left. De La Rosa looks like he's about to go side by side with Diniz, but thinks better of it. 31 seconds behind the race leader already is Barry Keller. Takagi 15th. He's 38 seconds behind. Montoya looks like he's close to being lapped already. It's actually not that close. 47 seconds behind. He most likely won't be scoring points. But having said that, Frenson scored a 5th place after losing his front wing. So crazier things have happened. Matsukane 6th to BAR. Goes into the stadium section. Oh dear. Fisichella 7th. Round towards the final corners. Where Raikkonen 8th. Goffard 9th at the moment. Around the final 2 corners. Matsukane, the fastest lap. And Young has to take to the grass for avoiding the action on Mika Hakkinen. Down towards the first corner. Button is in 13th place for Jordan. Hakkinen takes the widest line possible. Hakkinen is just going wide, left, right and centre. Barrichello 14th. The world's slowest driver in the circuit. He's being caught up by Takagi. 4 seconds a lap. Takagi's 4 seconds a lap there as well. But still out in front is Mark Webber. Top 4, slightly pulling away from the BAR. Down past the last 2 corners. Goes Mark Webber, the top 3, slightly pulling away from everyone. And looks like the Jaguar's about to go side by side round the first corner. That is dangerous, and they barely got away with that. De La Rosa going round the outside of the first corner. That is one brave move there from the Spaniards. And this is why he is a world champion, because he just does moves like that. He spooked Dennis slightly. He's pulled away slightly, and he's already on the tail of Mark Webber. Round the hairpin. Frentzen looks like he's slightly catching up to Dennis. De La Rosa second, up towards this tricky braking zone of turn 7 and around towards turn 8. I'm guessing the quarter turns. I might be right. 6 and 7. This is turn 8. Turn 9 now. Round the very deceivingly quick corner because cambered. De La Rosa takes the widest line possible. If he gets a good exit off of this corner, he might try the same move, and he's got a good corner, but he's just nowhere near enough to do the move he did on Diniz. Just slightly too wide. Mazzacane with the fastest lap. Mazzacane 5th for BAR. He's passed Burti on track at some point. And he's on the trail of Frentzen. Frentzen 4th for Arrows. De La Rosa looks like he's going down the inside of Webber. Is he going to make that move stick? He has, and he's taken the lead of the European Grand Prix for Jaguar. Now he just has to pull away so he doesn't get involved in any scupperness with Webber, but Webber looks very, very feisty. He's led for 5 laps. He's not going to pull over that easily. Round towards the stadium section, where all the crowd sit. With a good view of all the cars going slowly. Not really any opportunities for overtaking in these parts. The cars are just too close to each other. And then the world's shortest pit straight towards the first corner. De La Rosa naturally with the fastest lap of the race as we brake for the second corner. Webber looks towards the inside, cannot do anything. Round turn 3 and then a long turn 4. I was right then, that was turn 7 and 8. Forgot about this corner. We're braking towards the hairpin. Webber down the inside. Not side by side enough. And that is Young and Button coming together. Young out. Button obviously blinded by the smoke. Where's it going to let go? It's let go there, and just Button unsighted, loses his front wing. And he's got to do a whole entire lap without a front wing. Button out of the Young out of the European Grand Prix. Button effectively out. De La Rosa, round turn 9. Jaguar preparing a pit stop. Out they come out of the pits. I can see through my commentary box. Round the cambered hairpin. left-right chicane. Is this going to be for De La Rosa? Yes, De La Rosa into the pits. Toyota are ready as well. That would be for Alonso. Webber leads, Dennis second. Frentzen third. The top 7 all separated by 2 seconds. They're all relatively close to each other. They're also having all 4 tyres changed. Fuel still going in. Away he goes. Raikkonen and Alonso. Alonso's gone into the pits, so it's just Raikkonen, and away he goes. Button's only just getting back around to the pits. There's Raikkonen. He's 17 seconds behind Giancarlo Fisichella, who is in this train for the lead. It's Frentzen that's at the head of this train, on board with Luciano Burti, championship leader, I assume. Mazzacane for Frentzen third. Sauber ready for what can only be described as Mark Webber. Your current race leader, Dennis second, Webber first in the Sauber. Round towards the pit lane. And you have to take a really slow corner to get into that pit lane. And Webber takes to the pits. McLaren are ready as well. Button's only just leaving the pits now. Change of 4 tyres. Fuel going in. Looks like the arrows are ready for Frentzen next lap. Takagi out of the race. He's just pulled off to the side of the road, not by a marshal post, and he becomes your 6th retirement of the race. Sauber off. That is Webber in front of Raikkonen. Fisichella is in 5th. It looks like Frentzen's been passed by one of the BARs. Mazzacane passed Frentzen. Arrows ready. Obviously, we saw that earlier. Looks like they're going up to the back of Barrichello. So Frentzen might be taking the right time to pit, because Barrichello's going to cause problems. Oh, it looks like... Oh, De La Rosa side by side with Barrichello. Going towards first corner. De La Rosa's going away with that. Mazzacane's pitted as well. That's a very late call from VAR. They've obviously done what needs to be done to get in front of Frentzen. So, what's Mazzacane going to do in this pit stop compared to Frentzen? That is a 2-stop for Mazzacane. And away goes Frentzen as well. Where's Webber? Well, there is Webber. And they've come out either side of Mark Webber. Mark Webber's going to go for the move on Mazzacane. This is for the net lead, you'd have thought, but I think De La Rosa might be the net lead. Webber is looking very, very racy. So does Kimi Raikkonen. Kimi Raikkonen looks like he might try and make a move as well. Mazzacane is about to lose the position to Mark Webber. Renault ready, that'll be for Fisichella. Webber's 4th in Sauber. Fisichella tags along the back of Burti. He's lost loads of time. There is Button, and there is the Sauber hitting him. Webber has lost his front wing. That is a disaster for Mark Webber. So unfortunate for the Australian. He looks very well set to do well in this race, and he's just come up behind a very slow Button. He's dispersed all of that battle Everyone was so close. It's going to main up Fisichella, Burti, and De La Rosa are all very, very, very fortunate people. And they're all going to have avoided that the lost time that these lot lost. The most unfortunate is Mark Webber. He's having to change his front wing. They will refuel him till the end for sure. He'll be able to go to the end for me, but the top three at the time, including championship leader Burti, so fortunate. Both Burti and Dennis so fortunate. Neither of them are, well, Dennis isn't in the championship fight, but Dennis may have just put one hand on that trophy with 3 races to go.
The race leader is entering the pits now.
They're both pitting now. So it's a race between the pit crew. Who will do? And it looks like it's going to be Burti that takes over the race lead. Burti with a faster pit than Dennis. Dennis might have put more fuel in now. And Fisichella is ahead as well. So the top 3, predictably, is the top 3 that you're seeing on the circuit. I want to see if I can get championship standings up for the previous round, because rounds the hairpin. Down towards these couple of corners. They're going side by side. Fisichella has just taken the lead around the part where I said you can't really battle. They're still side by side. This is fantastic racing between the two of them. Very respectful racing, and it looks like Fisichella may have just taken the lead, but he's got the outside line around the first corner. Is he going to make it stick? He's still side by side, but he's going to get hold of him. He's going to do the switch back towards the second corner, and Fisichella going to take the race lead. It's still going to be side by side. They're still side by side. Burti pushes him off the road. Fantastic racing between the two of them. And now they're going to be held up by Ferrari, looks like. Okay, Burti cannot win the championship in this race. In fact, Dennis is the person that's in the championship fight, not De La Rosa. I forgot about that. Accelerating now towards the stadium section. Burti and Fisichella. There's a Ferrari in front, waiting to be caught. There we are. They've caught them. Is Burti going to go down the inside of this corner? Yes, he is. He's a slid down the inside. Is Fisichella going to go down the inside? Yes, he is. Dennis, third place. He's losing a little bit of touch on the top 2. That's Akane trying to do his best. Raikkonen is not in this battle. Well, 14 out of 26. Frentzen 7th. Because De La Rosa is side by side with the German. And De La Rosa has passed Frentzen. I saw that tick between 6th and 7th and I didn't realise that Rosa was side by side. They're going towards the hairpin. Alonso 8th. Benson's still preparing a move. Oh, close. They're now a train between Raikkonen towards the stadium section. Can they pass Barrichello with ease? Raikkonen can't. Raikkonen is still trying to make a move. Raikkonen is making his move. De La Rosa is making his move. Is Frentzen going to make his move? Frentzen is held up slightly. Frentzen's held up slightly. That's going to scupper his chances of ever. He's lost 1.5 seconds to the Coulthard 9th. Webber's down in 10th now. Now we've seen a long list of retirements already. We've got 13 seconds. 13 seconds, 13 left. But Fisichella leads the Grand Prix. Fisichella. Burti, second place. Goes wide, very wide. Natsukane has passed Burti though. Down towards the hairpin for Renault and BAR on that 16. A lot of the action's died down slightly. Is Burti going to go down the inside of this Renault? He has a look at it. He put a nose in front and has made the move stick. Burti takes over the race lead from Fisichella. Towards turn 7 and 8. Down towards the stadium section. Fisichella looking racy again. Raikkonen finally making his pit stop. Fisichella goes down the inside of Luciano Burti. They're going to be side by side. They're going to touch. They touch. Oh, looking left, looking right. Trying to make a move on the BAR. Natsukane in 3rd place for BAR. Raikkonen makes his move into the pits. De La Rosa 4th. Diniz 5th. He's been passed by De La Rosa. Sort of confirms to us that Diniz is on that one stop. And he's looking in a very, very, very strong position here. Frentzen 6th. Towards the hairpin. Frentzen thought better of it, or is he? No, he has thought better of it. He's going to follow Diniz round the corner. And accelerating through the gears towards the fast kinks. Down the inside This corner's not usually an overtaking corner. Everyone's finding overtaking corners left, right and centre. You wouldn't really expect. He's gone down the inside of this corner. Again, he's going to go around the outside of the hairpin, a touch slightly. Down the inside. And has made the move stick. Them finding overtaking opportunities. I would never have thought there would overtaking opportunity in a month of Sundays. McLaren ready. Don't even know who that's for. Don't even know who that is for. It could be for Corvard, it could be for Hakkinen. I don't really know what's going on in this race anymore. As you could probably tell. Burti, they touch! Fisichella gone slightly on his two wheels and that is going to cost him time. It's not the fastest way of going around the circuit, Fisichella. Not even close. Not only that, he has lost time to the BAR. Giancarlo Fisichella. However, they're coming back towards the end of the course and track, sorry. And they're looking very, very racy. Very, very racy indeed. Burti, Fisichella, De La Rosa with the fastest lap. He's on the tail of Gaston Mazzacane. Round down towards the hairpin. Mazzacane, is he afraid? And they're touched! They've touched! Fisichella has pushed Burti out of the way! They're looking too racy, they've touched. So finally they're touched. Controversy has ripped through the European Grand Prix. Renault ready in the pits. Fisichella is even pitting. Mazzacane is pitting as well, and so is De La Rosa. Frentzen Yudashim's pitting as well. Yeah, Frenson's pitting as well. So 4 of the top 5 are all pitting. De La Rosa looking towards the inside of Mazzacane. And they're both going to dive right into the pits. Down towards the braking point. And into the pits they all go. De La Rosa loses slightly bit of time. It's nice seeing all 4, they're all next to each other in the pits so they can all see when they all come out, and as predicted Frentzen gets held up slightly by the Jaguar, but they were behind the Jaguar anyway so it doesn't really matter too much. And away all 4 of them go. They are your top 6. Fisichella third, Dennis second. Out in front is Luciano Burti, your championship leader. Burti leads. BAR. At this rate, he won't be able to win the championship next. No. He can't win the championship this race. He can win the championship next race if it stays like this. He currently has a 19-point lead, I believe. It's either 17 or 19 points. I don't remember. Down towards the stadium section. Webber 8th place. He is being pursued by Alonso. Coulthard's 10th. 12th, Montoya. And 13th is still Barrichello. He's a minute and 21 seconds behind Montoya. He is so close to being lapped by Montoya. That is unbelievable.
VAR are ready in the pits.
The BAR ready in going to the pits. There he goes. Into the pits.
Luciano Burti is in the pits.
Burti goes towards his pits. There goes Diniz. Diniz takes over the race lead. Diniz doesn't even have to make a pit stop again. We're on lap 22 over 26. Accelerating through the gears. He's in second place. The top two in the race. There is Pedro Diniz going around the hairpin. The final 4.5 laps around the circuit for the drivers. Heavy braking throughout the circuit. Manzacane 5th. Frentzen 6th. Raikkonen 7th. He's ahead of his teammate. Mostly because his teammate was in the fracas of the blown engine. Raikkonen 7th again. Round towards the hairpin. Round down towards the final two corners. We're starting up 23 now of 26. Towards turn 2. Not much action happening at the moment. All the action seemed to be the first couple of corners. Well, the first couple of laps. Accelerating towards. It looks like there's going to be a bit of fighting going on. De La Rosa and Burti. De La Rosa and Mazzacane, sorry. Fighting amongst themselves. Accelerating now. Towards the stadium section for the 23rd time. Down towards the final couple of corners. They go. Accelerating third place, Fisichella. Second place, Burti. First place though, Pedro Diniz. Barrichello looks like he's going down. There's no way, Barrichello, you're going to pass the Jaguar. You are 2 laps down. bow down to the quicker people. The Jaguar of. Is that De La Rosa or is that Burti? I've lost track of who we're on board with. They're both right by each other, that's the problem. For all I know. Actually, it's is it? I'm not too sure. I think we're on board with De La Rosa because I'm pretty sure that Dennis was battling with a Ferrari. So there you are, I figured it out. De La Rosa has passed the BAR, of course, because I think they took each other out. Accelerating down towards the hairpin. Penultimate lap of the European Grand Prix. Hairpin time now. Towards turns 8, 7 and 8. Second, Fisichella third. Into the stadium section, De La Rosa's in fourth. The Ferrari is close, Mazzacane fifth, Frentzen sixth. Frentzen 6 seconds behind. Frenssen's going to be out of the championship hunt. And Barrichello has been taken out. And it looks like Fisichella's fine. Barrichello has been taken out. There we are. Barrichello out of the European Grand Prix. Fisichella is completely fine, of course. Fisichella dealing with the Barrichello problem once and for all by taking the Ferrari out. We're not going to see how far behind he is. I think he was left by Montoya. That's how far behind he was. Montoya is in 12th. 5th place is Mazzacane. 4th, De La Rosa. 3rd, Fisichella. But we're on board with the race leader trying to keep the championship alive. For at least one more race. He can easily, he can still win the race. But Pedro Diniz wins here in the European Grand Prix here in Germany. 2nd place is going to be Burti. And 3rd place is Giancarlo Fisichella. 4th place Pedro De La Rosa. 5th Mazzacane. 6th Frentzen. 7th is Raikkonen and 8th is Webber. The unfortunate Mark Webber. Raikkonen has already crossed the line. So the top 3 were the top 3 that didn't get held up in that crash. As we sort of expected. into the pits they go for Park Ferme, your race winner for the European Grand Prix. Pedro Dennis. Look at all the cars that were parked in the garage. Dennis wins, Burti second, Fisichella third. They are your top three. De La Rosa fourth, Mazzacane, Frentzen. They are your top six. Raikkonen, Webber, Alonso. They are your top nine. Coulthard, Hakkinen, Montoya. They are all your people that finished the European Grand Prix. 3 races left at Belgium, France and Germany. After this race they'll start preparing the track for the German Grand Prix round the forest. I believe it was De La Rosa with the fastest lap. There's Webber. Alonso. Toyota. Coulthard from McLaren. Hakkinen. And Montoya. They are all your finishers. Barrichello. Button. Takagi. Young. Hill. And in the final 3, both Schumachers and Jean Alesi. Thank you so much for watching the German Grand Prix. I hope you enjoyed it. Fisichella with the fastest lap of the race on the final lap, of course. Thank you so much for watching and goodbye.